guys, welcome back to Artsy Christy's channel. Today I will be drawing my character Lyra from my comic. She's one of my main OCs. I like drawing her a lot because she's really fun to draw. I can't give you too much information about her because that'll be spoilers, but she's basically a magical elf girl. She's very she's not tomboyish, but she's not exactly girly. And this is one of the rare moments she decides to dress decent, I guess? I don't know. Dress up. And she's telling two of her best friends to stop, she's very cinematic. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm using the IBS Paint app. You could get that on the App Store. It's free, so I didn't pay anything for it. It's pretty good. I would recommend it for beginners and people like me who don't do digital painting all the time, but want to do it sometimes, I guess. It was really fun, so I would totally recommend it. Sorry. How I actually came up with this drawing, I was bored at my cousin's house and they were playing video games, and I didn't want to play the video games because I'm bad at video games. And so I had a pencil in my purse, and I asked my cousin for paper, and he said, "Oh yeah, you have to ask Zara." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not kidding up." So I just took a sticky note and I started sketching on it, and I ended up with the sketch I really like of Lyra, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to use that for a video." And this was last week. This was a long time ago, but I was like, I want to use this for a video. And so I put it in IBS Paint and I started recording myself doing it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed coloring her and stuff. She's one of my favorite characters, so I wasn't going to have a problem with it anyway, but I really don't color them a lot. They just end up as sketches in my sketchbook. But I really love her, so. And I really like how this drawing came out. So for a little doodle on a sticky note, I think it turned out pretty well. Oh, I'm already coloring? Well, obviously you saw I was done with the liner, so I'm coloring her skin this pale bubblegum pink. Yep, I just made up a color. I'm coloring her skin this pinkish color. And elves, and in the world she lives in, elves have pink skin. Girl elves have pink skin, and boy elves have the regular green skin, the typical green skin. So obviously she's a girl, so she has pink skin. So that's how it works. I hope I'm not painting the skin too long. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to digital painting. I mean, I use 3 layers for this, and when I watch other people's digital paintings, there's 500,000 layers, and I'm like, what? I'm still learning. I'm not very good with it, and the lines are very messy, which is kind of weird, considering people's lines are more usually more neat when they do digital painting, but I was so lazy with this. I was like, yeah, that's good enough. I didn't really plan out the colors for this. I just started with the most obvious thing. So obviously her hair is pink, so I'm gonna do her hair, and I meant her skin. Her skin's pink, so I'm gonna do her skin, and then I'll just wait until after I fill in the skin to do the rest. Oh, I was rewatching Naruto, because I rewatched Naruto 3 times, and I rewatched Naruto Shippuden twice. I was rewatching Naruto for the 4th time while I was watching this, so I was I was super into it while I was coloring it, and I forgot how good Naruto was. Right now I'm on the episode with the Chunin exams, and it's Sasuke fighting that one guy. It's the preliminary rounds of the Chunin exams. So yeah. And so I was also because I did this I was coloring this over the course of a couple of days. So I was watching Naruto And I just started watching One Piece, so I'm watching it on Netflix since what's it called? It has the first like couple of seasons in English dub. Then I'm gonna start watching it on Verb once I finish all those seasons. But I was also watching One Piece, and I was like so into it. I really love One Piece. I love it so much. And I was also watching Riverdale. I'm on the second season, about to be on the third season of Riverdale, and I fell behind on it, way behind. So I catched up a whole bunch while I was doing this piece, just watching Riverdale. Excuse me, sorry. Also, I was watching the Hamilton piece, the Hamilton play. Me and my mom watched that 3 times. Speaking of it, we just rewatched it. I'm doing this voiceover outside, and we just rewatched it in the house. Awesome. It's such a good play. I would recommend it for anybody. Okay, we're over here talking about animes and stuff. I need to focus.
I need you to get my jacket.
Do it yourself. Sorry, my sister's talking to me. But yeah, it was actually it was really fun. Really fun. I had a lot of fun doing this piece, catching up on shows while I was doing some art. Piece of cake for me. I actually had no idea what I was gonna do for the video for this week. I mean, I have a list of YouTube ideas and a journal, but I never look at them because sometimes, when I do look at them, I'm like, no. So I didn't know what to do. I was just about to do some random watercolor painting. But in the end, I ended up going with this. It was this actually took me 3 hours to do, and it was the coloring. I'm not calling anyone, Kate. I'm doing a voiceover. Stop. I'm recording. But it took me 3 hours to color this in a couple of days because I was being lazy with it. I was going back and forth, and sometimes I would get caught up in the show, and I'm like, wait a minute, stop this part, let me go watch this. So yeah. My phone has this thing where you can watch Netflix while you're on IBS Paint or coloring something, and so I was using that a lot, but I was only listening. So when a really good part came up, I was like, pause, I need to stop for a minute, and then I would forget about the painting because I was so into the show I was watching, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot I was recording. So I had to edit a lot out of this video. I also had a hard time picking certain colors later on for what's it called? I think I was shading something, shading her skin, because her skin's such a weird color, but I ended up finding it out later. I'll talk about that more later. But I had a hard time coming up with a really good color to shade her skin with. But I think the contrast came out pretty well. I really like her hair. Her hair is a really dark brown, to where if you looked at it far away enough, if you looked far enough, it looks black, but her hair is actually brown. Yeah. She has such a pretty hair color. Even though she doesn't really care for her that much, she has really soft and luscious hair. So yeah. Her hair is pretty long. Goes down to her shoulders. I actually had a lot of fun coloring her hair. That was actually one of my favorite parts. Every time I do a digital painting, I always find it fun to color the hair. So, yeah. Just saying. Excuse me. I find her hair, it's really therapeutic. Because it's one big blob, but it's also separate strands. And I just like making it look... It's just fun to me. I love coloring the hair. So... yeah. I remember after I was done with the hair, I was like, finally, time for the shading. And I sped through the shading, and I was like, wow, base coloring took more time than the shading did. So, oh yeah. What was I about to say? So, yeah, typical Lyra. Actually, I remember I didn't even have an idea what to do for the background for this. I didn't even know what I was going to do. Dang, I let a whole ad play? Okay. So, yeah. The shading between the veins was very tedious. I felt like I was going so slow and my fingers were hurting and I just wanted to stop and I was like, but I had to keep going. I actually finished all the shading like yesterday, which is when I finished this and edited it out. I was like, I'm going to finish and export this video so I can do the voiceover tomorrow. I'm running out of time and I don't want my video to be late. So I like super powered through this. I was up to like 12 doing this, shading, listening to Naruto, editing this video, finished coloring it, highlights and all that stuff. I was up for a while because I really wanted to get it done. I don't want to be doing this all day. You know what I mean? This part felt tedious too. That's what I mean by the lines are messy. Some of them aren't even colored all the way to the bone. They're very messy. I had a bit of a hard time trying to figure out what her collarbone thing would look like. I don't know. In the end, I went with like 2 circles, oval things. They're oval things, and I think that looks pretty good. I was gonna shade her ears, but I ended up just putting not like shading, but it's more like a little bit of blush on the top corners of both of her ears, and I think that looks really good on her. She looks fairly fine. I have a bit of a time. Oh my god, I'm moving quite fast. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. I love how I added what's it called, the highlight in her hair. It was like one big blob. I just touched it and it looked so pretty, and it was like violet-y, and it looks so pretty. Oh yeah, I did most of the hair off camera because I couldn't find like the right color I wanted for the hair. So for now, you're just gonna see me like trying to find a color to shade the back of the hair, and then you're gonna see like when it's done, because I did it off camera. So because I wanted something that wasn't black. I didn't want black hair because her hair was brown and you could tell the difference easily. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Oh, is this one I was trying to... No, this is not. So I'm shading the shirt now. I'm shading the shirt. There's nothing really to say. Is this when I find like the hair? Yeah, this is where I start struggling with the hair shading thing. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just kind of... I did the rest off camera like I said, because I didn't really know what to do. So you're going to see me shading the hair, and then you're going to see, boom, I'm done shading the hair. You're going to be lost. Oh yeah, I was already done shading the hair, but I had merged the layers together, and I needed to recolor one part because I put the other layer on multiply, and it doesn't make sense. But yeah. Oh, I'm doing the background now. I decided to make the background purple because, first of all, Lyra's favorite color is purple, and I just thought it would make a nice background. Originally, I was just going to leave it white, and then I was like, that's a lot of white space. And so I just made it purple. I didn't feel like coloring between all of the letters. I felt like that would be really tedious, so I ended up just leaving it white near the letters, so it's like a speech bubble thing. You'll see that later. But, yeah, I ended up leaving that white for the letters and stuff. This was really fun, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to let you listen to the music now. So, bye!
I will